So, how does a YouTube channel that teaches the Quran just suddenly explode, gaining over 20,000 subscribers in only 3 months? Well, it wasn't some slick production or a massive ad budget. Nope. It was one single, brilliantly designed giveaway. And today, we're going to break down exactly how it worked.
Okay, let's just get right to the numbers. First up, the subscriber count. The channel, which is called Najla Mohammed, pulled in over 21,000 subscribers. And we're not talking about empty stats here. These were real, engaged viewers, pushing the total views on her channel past 500,000.
But here's the real kicker. All of this growth happened in just 3 months. For a super niche educational channel, that is absolutely incredible.
So you gotta ask, right? How did she do it? The secret wasn't luck. It was a single, perfectly crafted giveaway that understood exactly what its audience valued most.
All right, let's dive into the most important piece of this puzzle, the prize itself, because it turned out to be, well, priceless.
So get this. The grand prize wasn't cash, it wasn't a new iPhone, it wasn't any of that usual giveaway stuff. It was something far, far more valuable to this specific community, an ijaza. Now, this is super important. The creator made it really clear this wasn't just any old shahada, a simple certificate of completion. This was an ijaza, which is on a whole other level. You can think of it like a prestigious license to teach, a certification of true mastery that actually gives the person real authority. So, what makes this ijaza so incredibly valuable? It all comes down to this idea of sanad. This is a verifiable, unbroken chain of teachers linking a student all the way back, generation by generation, to the original source of the knowledge. It's not just a piece of paper, it's proof of a direct, authenticated lineage. And that is what made this prize so unbelievably desirable.
And the way she structured the prizes? Super smart. It wasn't just all or nothing. The top 3 winners, they got the full course and the ijaza, completely free. But to keep everyone else in the game, the next 10 winners got a 50% discount. This simple little tier system cast a much wider net and made a lot more people feel like they had a real chance of winning something. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's look under the hood at the mechanics, the anatomy of the giveaway, because the rules themselves were the real engine for all this growth. And seriously, this is where the strategy gets just brilliant. The rules to enter weren't random at all. Each one was a tool, precision engineered to game the YouTube algorithm for the most reach possible. So check out this growth engine she built. The actions were simple, but each one had a very specific job. Subscribe. Okay, that's the obvious one for growth. But requiring 10 comments per person, that is a massive engagement signal to YouTube's algorithm, basically screaming at it to promote the video. And making people share it 5 times, well, that creates a built-in organic marketing campaign that pushes the content way beyond her existing audience. Nothing was wasted. Every single action had a clear goal. But see, this wasn't just about getting a one-time viral hit. And that brings us to our next point. This was so much more than a simple competition. This whole giveaway was really just a giant funnel. It didn't just bring in views. It brought in thousands of highly motivated people and then immediately pointed them toward the channel's core content. They were introduced to her main course, her free series on memorizing the Quran, and it even built up hype for future videos. It was a whole ecosystem designed to turn contestants into a real long-term community.
Okay, so all of this, it all points to the final and, I think, the most important takeaway from this entire strategy. Let's talk about the real reward here.
In her announcement video, the creator explained that people had told her that educational content just doesn't get views. But this whole experience proved them wrong. As she put it, she said as much as people search for trivial things, they are truly searching for religion and knowledge. She tapped into a motivation that goes way deeper than just entertainment. And that is the key. That's the whole secret right there. This entire strategy worked because the prize wasn't about its monetary value. It was about its intrinsic value. The ijaza, the knowledge, the connection to a deep tradition. These things aligned perfectly with what her community truly, deeply cared about. She offered something that money just can't buy.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about, whether you're a content creator or just someone trying to build any kind of community. In a world that is just saturated with cash giveaways and product placements, is it possible that the most valuable, the most motivating prize you can offer isn't money at all?